Greetings, Solar Empire, for I shall take over the entire solar system. Eventually, I'll get to it. It's on my to-do list. Gosh. So figured I'd talk about, like, me dancing and shit, on stage, taking clothing off, whatnot. And what my biggest issue is on there, it's that I kind of freeze up a little bit. It's like my muscles just feel a little bit harder, a little bit stiffer, hard to move. And, anything that, I hadn't practiced before kind of goes away a little bit, when I'm up there. Only stuff that I've really, really practiced could actually, shows up there in any amount. Which is why, I have to get, even harder, practicing all dancing and shit, getting more stuff in my muscle memory or whatnot for when I go up there. I mean, the weird thing is, it's kind of like, when I get into fights. Because I get into fights because, I'm fucking awesome. And, people want to, tango with that. I tend to lose most of my fights. I'm going to talk about, no, I totally win all of them. Yeah. 'Cause that's totally believable. Totally. No, that's not believable, at least. Anybody that says, oh yeah, I win all my fights, I'm locked off and shit, they're full of fucking shit. If you're a fighter, you're gonna lose most of your fights. That's how it fucking works out. You'll win, a decent amount of them, sure, yeah, you'll get somewhere, you'll get a few victories. It's not gonna be all losses. But you have to sort of lose a few just to get anywhere with that. But one of the things is, when I do get into a fight, I do freeze up. Nobody will fucking believe that either. Nobody that knows me in real life. I freeze up. It gets hard to move and shit like that. So anything I haven't practiced, I have issues doing. It's fucking annoying is what the fuck it is. And yeah, it's other people, when they get into fights, it's flow, free moving or whatnot. And meanwhile, I'm just damn it, my muscles just feel like stone. And not the good kind of stone, that's not brittle and doesn't break easily. No, the bad kind of stone that doesn't move around and just kind of explodes, to gas and whatnot and powder when you hit it, it doesn't move around, it's just kind of misbehaving. Yeah. So and that's kind of the thing is I'm realizing, the last time I went up on stage, took my clothes off, whatnot, and been all sexy for the audience. Wasn't really that good, but it was better. And there's stuff that I've been practicing, getting really good with practicing, showing up in my stuff there. It's almost you have to practice, what you're going to do before getting in a situation that's kind of sort of thing that'll put most people on the spot. Most people will be that's typically when most people, they get into a fight, that's typically how they react. And that's why I don't expect people to get in fights. That's why I don't pick fights with people. Because you're pretty much being hey, you want to go? Or we're just going do you want to be in a situation where you're going which is just rude as all fuck, and nobody likes, being put in that situation. Because think about it, you're going. You have to lie to yourself afterwards that you're not doing that. But dude, I even fucking do that on stage a little bit, It's oh no, they can all see it too. When I get into fights, I'm also doing that too. It's no, they can all tell. Fine, well, now they'll know, I'm not quite as much of a bad person to fight, because I can totally tell I'm doing the whole thing the whole damn time I'm there. Except they can't tell. They don't even know I'm doing that. It's freaking weird is what it is. So yeah, I do have to kind of practice that stuff. So it's it's solid. It's in here, or in here, and well, in here. Because it's even with these videos, you'll notice the first few ones, I hit record and then something and whatnot. So I'm getting so I don't suck at this either. But yeah, I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing. Getting up on stage and taking your clothing off is, held in the same area that my body reacts to, somebody being all I'm gonna punch you in the face. But wait, you're not gonna enjoy it. I'll make sure you don't enjoy it. And like, bitch, you're on. Just the same way I handle, like, you know, going on stage and be all sex and shit, you know. Bitch, you're on. Totally gonna kick that ass. Just gonna have to throw that in there. So that's the initial step to, like, you know, not being on it. Which you totally are at the same time. Many times I was like, bitch, we'll go, we'll tango. I understand that anybody doing that. Or, in my opinion, I'm probably wrong. I don't have any kind of empirical data pool to back that up. He's kind of like using that to sort of, like, you know, do the... And it's a useful tool. It's like, you know, it's because it's much better than going... or whatever, you know. I mean, it's... I think people tend to have issues understanding is bravery. It's got nothing to do with not being like... No. Bravery is about, like, you know, having that feeling on when there's like, damn it, I can't just be like that. As amusing as that is to watch. I know some of you are wanting that for your cell phone ringtones. I'll actually have to set that up, figure out how to do that, you know. Have people, like, you know, pay like 50 cents to download that or something like that. The only issue is you'd have to answer phone with a huge raging erection. Because I know my audience. I think. I might be just sort of giving more stuff to, like, how you act and react and do stuff than you actually do. I totally am, actually, but it's music in my fucking head. Anyways, Solar Empire. This is your soon-to-be Empress out. Once I sort of, like, you know, take you guys over. Take over the entire solar system. And plant flags and things. Like, you know, like, not as a metaphor, like, you know, planting, like, you know, genitalia things. No, literal flags. Though